Hello, if you are listening to this, I'm the scientist that has been keeping you up to date with what's been going on in this city. It only has gotten worse. There has been more disappearances. There's been more of those fleshy creatures that have been lurking around the city. And worst of all, the government knows my location now. They're after me. They have somehow found my tapes and have been trying to find me ever since, trying to silence me. I had to relocate to a more secure area where they'll never find me, or at least I hope they don't, because I am so close into figuring this out. So close. I just need more time, or at least that's what I thought a few days ago. There are still some questions that haven't been answered, but I found something that helped me answer the most major question. What is this creature we are dealing with? A few days ago, a break-in occurred in my house. The soldiers barged into my room looking for something, probably any evidence I'd been researching about this event. When they left the tape behind. I watched this tape, and it helped me realize what is going on. I'll play it to you now.
This tape is property of the federal government. If you're watching this, you should know that this is confidential info and isn't allowed to be showed to the public. With that out of the way, this is the introduction to the television. Television was invented in the 1920s. The television, TV, was invented with the purpose to create digital worlds from the human mind. The first step to the process is to have a creator. The creator would give ideas to help create the world they want to bring to life. These worlds would be made with a mixture of code and living beings. This would work by creating code to make the base of the world and creatures. Next, the animators would help give life to the world and creatures to live in that world. If needed, there will be voice actors to help give the entities, or characters, a voice. After the process, we add one or more special character or characters that will help keep everything on track and give the creators an update in anything about the world. After this, the creators will create a copy of the world and download it into a DVD or a VHS tape, and then they get the publisher to connect the original world to all the DVDs. Another thing to know is that the characters can grow aware that their world is fake and will try to escape. If the character manages to escape, agents will be sent in to contain the creature before anyone notices anything. If the situation gets out of hand and the character can't be contained, lock down the area and make sure no one escapes, whatever it takes. The character will grow unstable, its form will deteriorate, and it will die out eventually due to it being outside of its designed world. This has been the introduction to the television. Remember to return this tape to the government after you have watched it. Goodbye, and remember to focus on your part in this world.
At first, I was confused on what this meant. And I kept asking myself, what does this have to do with the fact that the government itself is trying to hide this? I then realized something. I remember on the news that there was something about a man in a rabbit suit going on a rampage, destroying homes, burning civilians, and it was just a massacre from what I heard. And the picture they showed looked a lot like bugs. And this happened in New York, the exact place where Bugs Bunny was created. Coincidence? I don't think so. So I did some more researching. I did some more investigating. And do you know what I found? I found records of companies that were directly supporting the government through monetary value. And guess who I found? I found Warner Brothers, Hasbro, I found Nintendo, I even found Disney, the most controversial company I know. Well, apparently, some two guards that were guarding the gate, I will not say their names, but there was a young, snarky one, and there was a more mature and older guard. They explained that they didn't like how the government just hired them to shoot people, just to kill anyone that tries to get past the border that was created to lock down the entire city. And another thing is that they were forced into this job. They weren't willingly hired to do this. They were just dragged from their homes and the government tells them that if they don't comply, then consequences will happen. And the younger guard was like 19. So they gave me this record sheet and told me to find as much dirt as I could on this company and on the government, which I am doing right now. After they left, I read through the records and it clicked. The reason why they are doing this, why they're trying so hard to cover all of this up, is because they abuse these living cartoon creatures. Now, this might not make any sense to you, so let me explain. These creatures are living beings that are stuck in a cartoon world. They were made specifically for entertainment. And the characters know they're just in a separate cartoon world just meant for entertainment. That's why they're able to break the fourth wall. But whenever they're created, the company will do whatever they can to keep them in line by any means necessary. That includes, like, any torture method you can think of. I don't want to go into detail here, but the things I've found are sickening. And the reason why they keep this so secretive is because if people found out about this, they're going to start asking questions. Questions that will lead up to the reveal of their abuse. There are records of this. There are documents about this. And this was all given to me by those two guards. If it weren't for them, I've never been able to find out about all of this. So I'm sharing this to all of you so you know the truth. And if you never hear from me again, because I have no doubt that they are after me, I want you to spread the word, to spread the information about all this. Make sure that this doesn't go in the dark, that our deaths are not in vain.